The Confederate Cemetery is nestled in Forest Home Village, Toledo District. It is a place that 76-year-old Richard Elliott Merrill found much joy in visiting, as was attested to by the former village chairman, Tim Bardalis, during a brief memorial and burial service on Saturday, July 1, 2017.
He was very, very much interested in the Confederates. He said, "You know what, Mr. Tim, when I die, I want to be buried in this place." I said, "Well, you're welcome." I said, "But I will make you two promises. When you die, if I am still the chairman, I will make sure that they bury you here. And when you die," I said, "if I am not the chairman," I said, "I hope and I know, because of the people of Forest Home, whoever is the chairman will give you the privilege to be buried here." And this is the reality we are having today. We give him the break. He wanted to be buried here. And today we are going to make it a reality. To finish off, I want to say to the people who make it a reality, I want to keep Mr. Richard here with us. We are not going to send him back.
Richard Merrill passed away on Saturday, June 24, due to a pulmonary infection he had been ailing with a few days prior to his death. While he had long retired from the broadcast industry, the impact he had on not only his media colleagues at Love FM, but also on the public, was felt more than ever during the almost 2-hour event.
As we gather here today for our final farewell to Richard Merrill, I would just like to express my gratitude for the mark that he made in my life and the things that he taught me that makes me the broadcaster and the news reporter that I am today. I think little does he know how much he contributed.
I heard Richard speaking to someone and he said these exact words: "Just because you can doesn't mean you should." I never had a lot of interaction with Richard, and he never said that to me directly, but I heard him say it at a time when I needed to, and it made a huge difference.
Maybe what is not as well known is the fact that he was willing to share, especially with young people, what he knew. And that was one of the things I admired about him. He had his particular way of how he wanted things done.
Handling the funeral arrangements was Dr. Rene Villanueva, who was adamant on granting Richard's wish on where he wanted to be laid to rest. Dr. Villanueva recollected their first encounter and Richard's arrival to Belize.
It was about a year and change after we started. And Pauline Rodriguez Romero brought me an email and said, "We got this from this gentleman who wants to come and work here." When I look at the email and I see the string of qualifications and the working experience that this gentleman had, I said, "There's no way we could pay this guy. Where would we get the money from to pay this guy?" So we crunched some figures. I said, "Well, all I could afford is this." The answer was, "Well, I'm coming on such and such a airline at the airport at such a time, and please pick me up." Rene Jr., my son, and I went to pick up Richard at the airport. And that is how Gringo Arrival Day was born, because he started calling it Gringo Arrival Day. He was very instrumental in the early days of our organization. We needed credibility. And Richard brought a lot of credibility into Love FM, because he was neutral, and we wanted to be neutral, and he respected that, and he ensured that we kept our neutrality.
Richard Merrill was living in Corozal for the last 5 years. He had left to go back to his home in Mississippi, USA recently, but returned to Belize, where he felt he truly belonged. Richard was cremated and his ashes were placed under a rock structure constructed through the support of several officials of the Forest Home Village Council. Richard is survived by his sister, Laura Merrill, and his adopted family in Corozal. Reporting for Love News, I am Renee Trujillo.